Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Blackbull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Blackbull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. Get either the Essential Plus or Premium plans absolutely free. All you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Blackbull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Our sponsor Blue Guardian is the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation.
Hello. How is everyone doing? Welcome back to today's live stream. So, who's in the building? Coco Pop, and we got Corey. I'm doing fantastic. Glad you guys can make it. Amazing. I'm just gonna cover what's it called? DXY and also the game plan for the week. Did anyone attend last week's live stream by any chance? Just before CPI, right? It was a day before CPI, which is really interesting because I do these live streams every week, and I mean, when you look at the before and afters, it's pretty incredible. I would definitely recommend watching the replays because with this particular setup on the dollar, bearing in mind, I mean, when people say that you need to look at the fundamentals, I fully disagree because I had this particular setup prior to CPI, the most volatile news there probably is. Well, to me personally, and I was expecting price to essentially complete this setup, a rally somewhere up here, drop to the downside, and a reversal. And I'm just using Elliott waves and patterns with a little bit of smart money concepts without even having to look at the news. This is the power of technical analysis. If you have the correct one, you don't really need to be looking at the news, right? Who agrees with me and who disagrees with me? Please just write in the comment box. Are you guys a hybrid of a trader? Are you strictly a technical analysis trader, or are you a fundamental driven trader? In the meantime, as you guys, ladies and gents, comment in the comment box, I shall read the comments so far. Who do we have? We got Hazi's World. Amazing. Glad you can join. And we've got the big bullish trader. What are you bullish on? Yes, Alicia, of course. Technicals all the way. That's my girl. Fantastic. Yes. Yeah, believe me, I've been trading for over 10 years. Never have to look at fundamentals, and I've never had an issue with it. I'm new to trade. I'm trying to learn as much as I can, so I don't know anything about it. Okay. Again, this is from my personal experience. My recommendation, you don't have to look into fundamentals. The best way to look at fundamentals is you look at the news events for the week just to see what pairs are volatile. That is it. Do not worry about the direction of the market. Believe me on that one. You know, if there is I don't know, Australian CPI or something crazy, then you look for an Aussie setup, regardless of what the news is anticipating. You just know that there's going to be volatility in Aussie, meaning you don't have to be trading a choppy with market. There's going to be big movements. So you want to get in before the news, or sometimes you get triggered in after. So yeah, and we've got YN beginner. Fair enough. Mike, I've always thought that technicals are great. I use them every day, but in my experience, fundamentals drive price more dominantly. Fair enough, fair enough. Essentially, when you think about it, fundamentals do drive price because that is the volatility. But what I'm saying is that the direction of where the market is going to go, you get given that information well in advance before the fundamentals, right? I always refer back to the metaphor of if you're driving a car, if you know you're going to turn left in a sat nav, you know where the destination is going to go. But to get there, you need to press the accelerator and obviously let the petrol do its thing. That's what fundamentals is. It gives you the volatility and it actually does move. It does actually move the market. You are correct. But the direction, it's a bit, it's not as concrete as technicals. That's from my personal experience. Has his technical analysis, but keep an eye on major events. Fair enough. That's like me. I'm purely technical, but I keep an eye on big events, so I know what markets to trade. Corey, what do you think of Wyckoff? I mean, I don't really look at Wyckoff. I don't really trade it, but if you understand the basic fundamentals of Wyckoff, it's extremely beneficial, right? The thing with Wyckoff, there's probably, I don't know, 10, 20 different schematics when it comes to trading Wyckoff. And when I first started trading, this kind of strategy where it's a little bit SMC patterns, I was looking at Wyckoff, but then I realized that you don't really need to be looking at Wyckoff, to be fair. You just have to look at the main concept of it. When you Google Wyckoff on images or just do a bit of research, there's honestly, there's like 20 different variables, there's 20 different schematics. It's really hard to keep on track of all the Wyckoff schematics, right? My recommendation is just to look at the main basic, which is, I'm not sure if you can see my screen, you should be able to. I'm drawing in here a significant high, and there's a stop hunt. There's always some form of Wyckoff there, right? Over here or over here, significant low, there's a stop hunt. That's really what I look at. That's it. I don't have to look at all the Wyckoff, the left shoulder, the UTAD, all that nonsense. I think it's a waste of time from my personal experience. You don't really need it, but it's because I just don't need it. I think it's a waste of time. I think just looking at the main concept, which is a stop hunt of a low somewhere, and you look for a stop hunt, or even here, there's a stop hunt, that's enough. But you need to apply it with a strategy that benefits from it and complements it. That's just my personal, just my opinion, to be fair. Yes, Abni Malaysian SNR. What is that again? Is that a strategy, Malaysian SNR? Yes, I think it's a strategy. I've heard of it. I think that's pretty cool. But I've also had traders come to me and they said that they struggled with it because I think it's the win rate that's lower, the risk reward is low. I can't remember, but it's a good starting point. If that is a strategy, I think you're referring to a strategy, sir. The big bullish Jay Shri Ram. I don't get that. Angela Williams, good day. Yes, good day. And Corey, appreciate the comments. Supply and demand thoughts. Yeah, again, supply and demand is essentially yes. So supply and demand is amazing, but you cannot succeed if you just trade supply and demand. You need to have other concepts around it to support that narrative. It's like you need all the builder foundations around it. Supply and demand is one concept, but you're gonna struggle if you just trade supply and demand. I'm talking from experience. I used to watch billions of videos, practice, demo accounts, lab accounts, and I couldn't succeed trading supply and demand. But when I started applying patterns and adding something that resonates with me, and then SMC came on board and what I learned in the hedge fund, and you start kind of combining stuff and you find something that works, then in that sense, yeah. But if you're going to do supply and demand, my recommendation, to be fair, is just to save you the time, just go on YouTube and go on Smart Money Concepts or watch some of the ICT videos. That's free online. Don't try not to do all the strategies because there's a billion of them, but maybe just master one or whatever, or do my course online, bank level trading. I can send you the link if you're interested. But don't just trade supply and demand. It's not enough. You'll definitely struggle. And on that note, let's get straight into it. So obviously there's some of you guys waiting. So this was the game plan last Monday, who recalls this analysis where I was expecting price to complete a little stop hunt somewhere, didn't know exactly where, but I was looking for Elliott wave 5. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I was looking for Elliott wave 5 approximately there, and a reversal to the upside to take out some liquidity. Who remembers that analysis from last week? Was anybody even here that attended last week? Because this was a day before CPI. Was nobody here, or all of you guys knew? First time it, fair enough. And Coco, you're new here. Okay, fantastic, fair enough. Well, that was my analysis when I done the live stream on Trading Up. In fact, let me see if I could give you just a snippet of last week, just to kind of warm you up. So let me see if a lot of newbies here today. Amazing, glad you can make it. So hold on, how do I do this? Let's stop share, and then after I'm going to share another screen. Where is it now? Boom, boom. There we go. Like I said, for those of you who are new, use the YouTube as a case study. It's better than Google, right? It's better than Google. It's better than. It's just the best learning source. You can watch my videos. I've got a bunch of history that you can investigate on this channel, or watch all the other traders going live, and etc. Use this channel to study, right, and then come out with your own strategy. But yeah, so this was the live stream from last week. I'm going to quickly play it back. There we go, just to give you an idea. So you can see this is the pattern last week. This was live before the event, right? It's a little bit too steep. Actually, no, it's going to fast forward it as well. A little bit too steep, so I'll rather look for another stop up this area. So at the moment, potential. You know what? Let me go back. You can see the pattern here. Look, I was expecting, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a little zone here, potentially a little stop hunt. There was already a little stop hunt here. I'm expecting a drop to the downside to buy Elliott wave 5 on the fake out of the pattern. Right? For those of you who know the strategy, we trade Elliott wave 5, which is basically, in layman's terms, it's a third tap fake out of this trend line. You see that? It's a third tap fake out, and the fake out, it forms a bit of a U shape. That's why I call it the boomerang. It's like a boomerang shape where price closes outside, and then it goes back inside the pattern, and then there's momentum to the upside. So I was expecting to buy there, right? So let me press play again. It's done now. Now we're looking for Elliott wave 5 over here, right? That is looking quite interesting for a long. And the fact that we have some kind of price action here. It's not really a valid pattern yet. Yeah, it's two sort of expanding. Unless we have like a larger one from here. It's probably. So you see that I was doing my analysis at the time, and the pattern wasn't ready. It looked to expanding, so I went backwards to see if I can complete the pattern to forecast a future event for a potential reversal on a potential stop on of this zone, to then bring price to Elliott wave 5 and do a boomerang. I know it sounds complicated, but it's actually really, really simple. Master Effects, I am here from Wakarazim. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, amazing. Glad that he referred you to this channel. Fantastic. So let me just continue pressing play, right? A little bit too steep. Actually, no, this could work. A little bit too steep, so I'll rather look for another stop up this area. So at the moment, potential setup to take out these equal highs. So yeah, I'll be waiting for a short here, but preferably because of the larger pattern, I would rather wait for a buy here. Plus, you can start seeing there's imbalances here, etc. Okay, so we take it from there, right? Equal highs, expecting a stop hunt, a reversal to the downside, and go to Elliott wave 5, boomerang, long, boom, bada boom, bada bosh, right? Okay, cool. So let's go to the actual market. That was what I was expecting at the time, right? And oh my days, it actually played out exactly to the bloody T. It's crazy. Because look, if I go here, right? Because at the time when I done it, I believe this was the M15. This was too expanding or whatever, and I said I was expecting a fake out of this trend line. This is the fake out. See that? It closed below the trend line and now it's going back up. This is the boomerang that I'm referring to. Look, there's a trend line here or whatever. This is the boomerang shape. It goes back inside, right? It's just to set up that trade. And there we go. Look, I'm expecting this. Said it before. And then obviously potentially a reversal to the opposite. But anyway, if we fast forward to see exactly what happened after that live stream, you can see the setup here. You can see there's equal highs that I was referring to. So I was expecting a reverse from that area to then potentially go back down here. Lo and behold, obviously CPI came. When did CPI come the next day? Where was it? Let's do this properly. Hold on. CPI came on Tuesday. I believe it was 1:30 p.m. Right, just after this, right around there. Okay, there we go. So this was actually what happened. So it looks like it never actually went to the equal highs. Didn't really go there. Maybe formed triple equal highs, but it did go to the point of interest where you were expecting that reversal. You see that? That's why I wasn't really interested in the short, because that to me was low probability. The reason I'm not going to be interested in a short, and good thing I wasn't, is because the larger pattern takes precedence, not this little one, right? And look, amazing. You see the little boomerang. It does a stop on of the trend line and it closes back inside the pattern with momentum. This is the moves that we catch day in, day out, right? Almost went to take TP more or less. But there we go. But now that the setup is done, and then after you've taken this trade, that's it. Just bank profit. You don't have to hold it because price action after is going to be very choppy and very weird. So that was a game plan from last week. Played out as expected. No surprises. I mean, that's just normal. What separates all the live streams trader, because there's one thing forecasting, which I find extremely easy. It's another thing trading. Fortunately, I did actually catch a decent trade on cable. All the other pairs are a bit harder to read, but I did catch a really good short on cable. So really happy with that one. But anyway, if we go to the current price action, and I'll show you what I'm expecting for next week. Normally I can't be bothered to do a before and after video because it just kills too much time. I just expect you guys to, just remember what happened or at least annotate on the chart. So what I'm expecting for this week is, I don't know. I'm actually trying to see it for the first time myself. And let's take this off. Okay, interesting. Same thing. I'm expecting a long next week, to be fair. I mean, this is done. This is done. This is done. Don't need it anymore. Don't need it anymore. Don't need it anymore. And then we go, look. Perfect. This is fantastic. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Right? I'm expecting a stop on of that trend line and then a reversal to this area. But most likely it's going to hit this anyway. You obviously zoom out to the left. Major liquidity here. Probably come up here. But this is a very conservative target. Just aim for this as your point of interest. So anyway, yeah, I'm expecting longs. So the same approach, I was expecting a long and it played out. I'm expecting the same thing. I'm expecting a long. But obviously things can change, right? Who knows? I can't remember the last time I saw a 1, 2, 3, and for it to actually play out. 90% of the time when there's a third tap trend line, 1, 2, 3, there's always a fake out. Eliminates all participants and then it closes back inside and makes new highs. That's normally what happens 9 times out of 10 if you actually study and backtest third tap trendline taps. I just saw the chat. My bad. If only I could hear you guys, I would have heard you. I wasted all that time. I'll try and summarize it. Okay, one more time. Thank you for being patient, right? If you're patient and you haven't left, it's because you're a trader, right? You need to work on your patience. So I'm going to quickly summarize what I just said. Do apologize for the shared screen. Just forgot to press record, share screen, whatever. Anyway, this was the game plan from last week. I was expecting longs towards this area. It didn't really feel this point of interest. Fine. It's not the end of the world. Now I'm expecting the same thing, but now there's probably going to be a new pattern here, right? And look, it's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing's changed. It's all fractals of the same setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At 5, we look for longs. So I'm expecting this to drop and look for longs. Simple, keep it sweet. Okay. And another thing that I said before, obviously, I mentioned somebody's comment, Bomber Club, can't see your screen, Joker. 1, 2, 3. Very, very rarely would you ever see price actually go long from a third tap trendline bounce. This is what they tell you in the textbook. 9 times out of 10, that's not the case, right? Normally what happens is 1, 2, 3, and two things can happen. Either there is a little rejection, but then there's a stop hunt and this happens. Or there's 1, 2, 3, does a stop hunt, goes wrong anyway, right? 9 times out of 10, this is what happens. This is why I trade a strategy, because it has such a high success rate. Is incredible. I'm not saying I've got a 90% win rate. I'm just saying that most often than not, after a third tap trend line, there's always a little fake up. Well, obviously, you need to be aware that depending on price action, just because there's a third tap fake out can also mean it can plummet. But you need your full analysis to actually, come back the full narrative behind your TA. Coco, but when you first started out trading, what did you say? Did you trade for X? Did you trade stocks? Did you trade? What did you easier to blah, 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 blah. So many words there. I started 11 years ago and I've only been trading FX. That's it. I've only been trading FX, to be fair. That's it. It's been 11 years, FX only. I've dabbled in crypto and that's about it. I don't really trade stocks for now. Salisha can't see the chart. Okay, can't see your screen. Blah, blah, blah. Can't see your screen. That's all done. And not your screen. Okay, anyway, screen's done. Cool. So, like I said before, yeah, I'm expecting price to drop. And look, what's really interesting is the fact that on the third tap, reversal is really, really weak. It's struggling to reverse from the third tap trend line. It's really, really struggling. Normally, when it's a solid trendline tap, it moves with momentum, right? Or a wick and momentum. The fact that it's struggling is kind of indicating it's not really going to go up, right? But anyway, I'm basically bullish on dollar. But at the moment, as it stands, I'm sidelined because nothing is clear. Don't really have a valid setup. All I know is that I'm expecting a fake out and then a reversal.
I'm learning how to choose the right audio apps for you. Which one do you want to use to listen to this?
All right, ignore. I'm not sure if you heard that, but ignore that. Yeah, so rest assured, I'm like 90% confident that next week this will happen and price would have gone long. So pay attention and obviously use it as just an extra confluence for your analysis. But anyway, that's the dollar. Has anybody got any other questions? It works on any market. Yes, it works on any market. Stocks, crypto, etc. Actually, indices kind of there's a bit of friction when it comes with indices. If you trade Nasdaq on Wall Street, it works sometimes, but it's not as consistent as FX. Open in your PC. I don't understand that. Okay. That's it, basically. I'm just going to analyze DXY. I don't have to go into detail of all the other pairs. Unless you guys have requests, then we're good. I mean, Euro, I'm not going to get into Euro at the moment. So let's do gold, since somebody mentioned it. It's not like one right here. And look, you see that? Same thing. I can't make this up. I don't make it up. It's there, right in front of you. Look at this. go on this one first, actually. Hold on. One, two. You really think it's going to reverse from here? No. There's always a little fake out. Okay. There's a fake out, close back inside the pattern, and then obviously there's a drop, right? That's what we trade. Same thing, even if you're doing longs. Right here, perfect example. Actually, you know what? Tell a lie. This actually played out. It's not often this happens. This perfect little third tap. You see that? Not often it happens. But normally, yeah, the third tap is a fake out. But you can see there was a little fake out in the end anyway on the trend line. So yeah, that was a very rare occasion where I see a third tap actually play out. But anyway, that's done. Look at gold. And there we have it. I mean, if we zoom out onto the daily, equal highs have been mitigated. This larger trend line has been mitigated. You see the third tap? 1, 2, boomerang. Good chance it's probably going to continue going short. But at the moment, price action is probably saying a different story. So I don't know. Let's investigate. Okay, I'll just wait. Price is in the middle of no man's land. So for me, I'm not going to be interested in trading it. There is a way to trade in low man's land, but I'm not going to get into that. I mean, with this current price action, we have 1, 2, and you can see the little boomerang close back inside the pattern, most likely to take at this high. After this, anything can happen. It can go long or it can go short, but it's all about getting involved here. When price is in the middle, for me, there's no setups because we only trade outside of the boomerang, never inside. And sure, this isn't bank level trading. Banks aren't trading. Yeah, I agree. This is not bank level trading. 100%. I just called it bank level trading because it's a nice name and I like it. Nasipi, thanks. Coco, thanks. Can we look at gold? Gold is done yet. All good. Cool. Okay. What else do we have? All right. That's essentially it. Has anybody got any other request? Or any questions? Has anyone got any questions, especially for any of the beginners that I can help you out with? If not, okay, I'm going to refer back to DXY and everything that I mentioned on the third tap fake out. Just be prepared for a third tap fake out. And look, it's probably going to happen soon. So kind of just watch out for that. Okay. No questions, no request. Cool. We can wrap things up then. So just remember this chart. Like I said, remember the chart here. Look, it played out. Probably going to play out again. And what I like about it is it's very bullish. Look at the bullish momentum. Look at the side structure, right? Side structure, momentum. Now there's a bit of a descending structure, but because there was momentum here, there's probably going to be momentum to the upside. But now we've got descending structure. What do you think is the next move up? Bullish momentum. What's the likelihood of this falling down with bearish momentum? It's extremely unlikely, especially because it's moving in coordinated patterns. Bit of a range consolidation, bullish momentum. Descending compression, bullish momentum. Descending compression, bullish momentum. Significant high as a main target. That's it. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Not much I can cover now. I mean, I've kind of given you the source for the game plan for the week. I think that's enough information, extremely valuable, and I hope you guys benefit from it. In the meantime, hold on, where is this now? Whoever's interested in joining the Discord community, then I would definitely recommend joining. not just for the live streams that we do in the Discord community, but also to network with other traders, right? Within City Traders Imperium, it's a prop from that. Also do funding up to $4 million, etc., etc. And you can also shoot me a message or get to know the other strategies. This is one of the in-house strategies that's within the trading flow. So here's the link to the Discord community. Definitely recommend it if you want to level up and just keep on learning. Basically, I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's just, you know, network and just learn, to be fair. Thank you, Coco. Appreciate your time as well. Do appreciate you taking the time out to come for the first time and watch this channel and watch me break down the markets live. Okay, any other questions before I wrap things up? GBP USD. This was the setup that I took before CPI last week. Textbook little setup. Same thing, really. Massive bearish momentum. It's just an extended pullback. It's a flag, and I'm catching the boomerang of the third tap trend line. Right, 1, 2, 3, boomerang. And a lot of my traders, including myself, took a really nice entry here. I personally came out here, and I just like coming out after the first move. I'm not a fan of holding trades. It's just not in my personality, right? Plus my journaling and my backtesting suggest that I should really be entering here and exiting here. That's where I work best. That's my sweet spot. Holding this and holding it for 20, 30, blah, blah, blah. It's just not really me. The way I trade, I normally wait a whole week up to 2 weeks max to catch one trade. And in that one trading session, I'm out. So for this particular trade, I probably waited 2 weeks for it, right? In those 2 weeks, which is the equivalent of 336 hours, I'm out within 6 to 18 hours. In this occasion, I was actually out in 3 hours. Fair enough, because I entered, not 2 hours actually. Was it? One. Yeah, I came out around here. Could have been a lot more, but not really a fan of holding trades, to be fair. So yeah, that was a great trade. Okay, I'll leave it as nobody is commenting. So good luck, everyone. Trade safe. See you next week. Bye-bye.